Morning everybody.
Morning everybody.
Right, we are back at the manor house, but today with a difference. We are both in all metal mode.
Yes.
Going to give it a try, see what happens. Now, I don't know what program you're using.
All metal the same. I'm
just all metal, yeah. Well, I'm using the Goldfield program on the Deus 2. I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on and try the all metal mode and the Goldfield program. Okie dokie.
So we find the gold.
Catch you in a bit.
Catch you later.
Now, the Goldfield program is similar to the Relic program. They both run in all metal, which obviously means that you will get greater depth depending on the ground conditions. Now, the other thing is that it doesn't use the normal discrimination process. In the other programs, the discrimination runs from something like 0.64 up to about 99, whereas the Goldfield program uses something called IAR, which is ion amplitude rejection, which means that depending on how you set it up, it will reject all iron depending on how close it is to the coil, and of course once again the ground conditions. Now, if you leave it at 0, you'll hear everything. If you set it to about 3, you'll hear some of the iron just get a few crackles and pops. If you set it to its maximum, which is 5, it eliminates all the iron altogether. Now, just in case you still get a nice sweet sounding signal with good numbers, just look down at the screen on the control box and look at the ferrous and non-ferrous graphs. And to me, that is one of the best things about the Deus 2, because no matter what program you're using and how you set it up, it will still tell you whether the target is ferrous or non-ferrous, and then it's up to you to dig it up whether you want to or not. Now, the other thing is that you must ground balance it on a regular basis. Different parts of the field will have different types of mineralisation. So press the top right hand button, go into ground, pump the coil, and then adjust the numbers so that they match. Now, the other interesting thing is that the Goldfield program is supposed to be used on highly mineralised gold bearing ground, but the truth is you can use it anywhere, usually with very good results, because it being an all metal mode and you get that depth. It takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, I think you'll find the results are quite surprising. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean for 1 minute I'm going to find anything worth looking at. We'll just have to wait and see. So, I'm going to set it up, get cracking, and see if we can find anything. Okie dokie, catch you in a bit.
Right everybody, I've got a signal down here. You can hear it. It's give me 1141. Nice round circle, so I'm going to dig it. Oh, picked it up straight away, that. No, there was something. I think it's a rock, but it can't be a rock. This looks a big one. Let me have a look at this. This looks a big one. Oh. Yeah, what the hell is that? That is lead. I've caught it with a knife, Caught it in the weight of that. That is some weight. Weird shape. I've never found out like this before. Now has it got two holes here? Looks like there's two holes here. I don't know if they go straight through. Huh. I think they go straight through. If you can see it any better though, that looks strange that. And I'm serious now, there's some weight on that. Might just weigh it in again, your detector. Well, unusual. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm leaving it here and I'll take it with me after, because I'm not carrying that round me all day. There's some real weight in there. Anybody knows what that is? It's got a hole going through. Looks like it's going straight through. Both sides there. And it's solid lead.
Right, well this is my first decent signal of the day, and it's a good reminder that you should always keep your eye on the ferrous non-ferrous graph on the control box, because as well as getting that signal down there, just over there somewhere there's a piece of iron as well, and it's about 3 inches away from the target that I'm after, which is down there, and I think it's a tiny little musket ball. If I can find it. No, it's there, look. And it's good depth as well, about 10, 11 inches, something like that. But as I say, great signal, but getting an iron signal as well. So keep your eye on the graph and make sure you're digging the non-ferrous target and not the ferrous target. Right, well, not much to look at, but it's a start. Now I'll pop it away and crack on.
Right guys, I've got a signal here. CTX 3030. $11.36, but a bit jumpy, so let's do a live dig, see what we've got. Still a bit jumpy. Right, leave it with me, I'll have another scan over and get back to you. Right guys, I'm back. Sorry, it took me a bit of time, but the first hole, it was this. An old bit of oxshoe or horseshoe, part of an oxshoe or horseshoe. But I was getting another signal when I was searching round, just here. And it is virtually on the top. There it is, a coin. All that was a coin. Well, I can't believe that because I was way off with that signal, way off. Right, Victoria, can you see her there? Can you see Busk? Oh. Well, just shows. I don't like doing live digs, I really don't, but I've got to get used to them. You just see that there now. Just come a bit closer with it. So let's keep going.
Now, it is worth mentioning with the Goldfield programme that if you're having a problem with coke, you can always notch it out. I mean, on my permissions, coke usually comes up at round about 20 to 35. So I know what numbers to look for and I won't dig anything below 35. Now, from 35 upwards, I will dig, because round about 35 you can find small pieces of gold jewellery if you're lucky. But as I said, you can notch it out if you want, but I just keep my eye on the numbers. Okay, anyway, got another target down here, came up at 84. Check the scale on the control box, came up as definitely non-ferrous. Turns out it's a little bit of crotal bell. Not much to look at, I'm afraid, but that's what it is. It's got a nice design on it, just a pity it's not complete. Anyway, we'll pop that away and we'll crack on after I've filled the hole in.
Right guys, we've got a signal here now. 12:42, 12:43. It's deep. I have been digging this for a while. You can see the muck all around here. I've been all over the place. That's coming. .40, 12:43. Right, see what we've got. It is somewhere in the third hole I dug. So that was my first one. Second one. It's somewhere just in here. Nearly on a bloody fourth hole. Still in. It's out. It's here. Oh, and it's there. And it's a silver. Look at that. Oh my god, it isn't. It is. I'm pretty sure That is a bullhead sixpence. I don't think I've ever found one of them, and it's in lovely nick. Lost it. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Right then. Oh, that is a beauty. That. I don't know what date's on it. Don't know what date's on this, but that is definitely. I'll see if we can see the date and then get back to you. But that is definitely, if anybody says different, looks to me like a bullhead. I hope it is, because I've never found one before. Never. So, I'll carry that lead all the way around what I first found when I come on. Now I've found this. Oh, and I'm well made with it. I'll show you a bit closer and I'll try and get the date on it. Oh, made up. Made up. There you go, guys, and I think it is 1816. Now I don't know if that's zooming in okay for you. And on the other side is the shield. And that's in beautiful nick. I am so happy with that. Well, that's made my day. Made my day. Yep, let's keep going. I'm having a good day now.
Right then, well, we've got another deep one down here. It's about 11 inches deep, and I'm hoping we've got a coin and not a button. It's just there, just in the edge of the wall. Cracking signal came up at 82 on the ID and showing a lovely non-ferrous signal on the graph on the right hand side of the scale. Well, it's not a button, and I think, I could be wrong, that to me looks like a George the First halfpenny, and if it is, it'll be about 1700, and it looks in quite reasonable condition, so it should clean up very nicely. That's a cracking little find. Best thing I've found so far. One of the only things I've found so far. But yeah, once again, shows the Goldfield programme doing its job. Deep signal. Definitely came up as non-ferrous. Loving it. Right, we'll pop that away and crack on.
Right guys, we've got another signal here now. Still in the all iron mode. And just listen to it. $11.23, $11.24 to $11.37 on the CTX 3030 in all metal. So let's see if we can find it. And it looks like it's somewhere in here. And I've just seen it fall out. And it's there. It is another coin. It's another Vicky. That's got a bit of a dent in it. It's got a bit of a dent in it just there in the middle. That is in lovely condition. Also, there's an hole on the top here. just here, somebody's used it as a trophy or something, or around the neck. You see the Vicky there, it's got a dint in the middle there, not sure why, and it's got an hole at the top. And just have a look at date and I'll show you it closer up. And there you go, it's 18 something, I can't actually read out what it is proper. And there is. As you can see it too well. See the hole at the top? I'm happy with that. Another coin, as I said, it is a bit dinted, but it's a weird green colour that. It looks like it has been cleaned. It's shiny as well. Somebody's used that as a trophy. You can see where they've had the hole at the top. Boy, it's a coin will do, and that'll do me. Let's keep going. Right, everybody. All iron. Been trying that for a few weeks now and I've had some good finds. So, got on this hole now and I've zoomed in close because there is something down there, but the first one I found was a piece of iron. And it just looks like a piece of nail or something. But it's definitely a piece of iron. But down here, and I'll zoom out in a minute, I can see something shiny. And I think it's definitely something shiny. I think it's gold again. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll just zoom you into this. Just here and here, you can see it. See, that looks like it's a pendant to some. Oh, piece come off it here. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Right, the piece fell off it. Oh yes. See, just to the top here. Just to the top here. The little slot, and that's come away. And it's like stone on the outside, but that's green with a bit of red in, and that looks like it's well faded. That has come away, what looks like the inside of this, so obviously that's fell off, but I don't know if it is gold. I'm not saying nothing yet. It just looks to me, and no, I'm not doing a gold dance, but it's a pendant of some sort. Definitely a pendant of some sort. Yeah, that's how it clips together. And it's got what looks like a little hole here, a little hole there. And what these would have, they'd have a piece on them as well, round that side, with 2 pins coming out, and it'd hang on a chain. Now inside, I don't know how they used to open, they'd have a photo or something, but that hinge is gone. But what a find that is. Anybody who uses the CTX 3030, guys, get on the old metal. I watch Cleggy a lot, and he finds all types of gold and artifacts, all sorts of things in all metal. You do a lot more digging, but you can't fault finding finds like that. Now the video channel that I do watch, and I told you a couple of times a week ago on the video I did on my own, it's Madness Metal Detecting. Then they're American or Australian. Madness Metal Detecting. It gives you some real good settings for the CTX 3030. Now they're all videos, but they're well worth going into and doing, and that's what I've used for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I've had some real good finds, and I'm staying on it. But let's see if we can zoom in a little bit more for you. Look at that. Glass stone or something on one side and something on the other side. I'll let Rob Rob will possibly have an idea more what it is, or if it's gold. I don't know. It does look like definitely gold to me, but I'm not 100%, so I'm not saying nothing. Only saying that because I'm not doing a gold dance again. Right, but I am made up. This has made my bank holiday weekend. Let's keep going.
Right then, well, it's not too deep, this one, probably only about 6 or 7 inches deep. I'm hoping we've got another coin. If you can just see the edge of it, just there. Came up at 84 on the ID scale. Looks a bit bent, although it has got a nice green patina to it. Very nice green patina. I'd hazard a guess and say Queen Victoria, possibly George V, but we'll wait until we can clean it up, see if we can get anything off it. Anyway, it's another nice little find, so we'll pop that into the boxy thing and we'll crack on. Right, we've got what appears to be a very nice little find just here. It turned out to be about 11 inches deep. It came up at 82 on the ID scale, showing a solid non-ferrous target. I thought it was something that was broken at first, but it's not. It's a little diamond shape. There's a bit broken off the corner there. As I said, I thought it was a piece of scrap, but when you turn it over, it looks like a little, I don't know. It's a bit too tiny for something off a horse. I suppose it could have been off someone's belt, something like that. It's got 2 little pins on it just there. But yeah, that's a really nice little find. So, I thought, when I first saw it, I thought it was part of a broken coin. I only saw the edge. But then I turned it over and I saw the little pins on the back. So I'm not quite sure what it's come off. But I like it. Anyway, pop that away and maybe have another half an hour or so.
Right guys, another signal here. As I said, I'm in all iron. So obviously I'm going to pick some iron up. That is a old stake or something off something. Looks old. And the same area, or the same hole in fact, was this. I'll show you this a bit closer in a minute, but when you first look at it you think it's some sort of shape of a flower. Now it could be, but what it looks like to me is a musket ball that's been fired and it's hit somewhere and it's splattered the other side of it with a lead. But I'll show you a bit closer because I may be wrong, and if I am wrong please let us know. But it's the first one I've found, if it is a musket ball that's been shot and splattered against something. It's the first one I found like that, and I made up with that. It just shows what damage they can do when they hit something. If that was flesh, pretty sure it'll go straight through and rip all the exit area out of it. So I'll just show you now a bit closer. There you go. 1 minute. There you go. Now I don't know if you can see a flower shape on it. It does look like petals. That's the side of it. My suspicions is it's a musket ball that's been fired, but anybody know any different, please make a comment and let us know. Be interesting to know if it isn't and it is something different, but all metal mode, I'm sticking to it. Right, let's keep going.
Right, that's us done.
Yep.
Not been a bad day, found a few interesting bits and pieces, and probably the biggest piece of lead I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Christ, I'm glad I'm not carrying that round. Bloody hell. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Keep hitting the subscribe button. Thanks to all our viewers, new and old, we do appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And we'll catch you all the next time round, my friends. So thank you and goodbye for now.
Bye.